Let me tell you what these scriptures really about. It's about a nation spreading truth by word of mouth. Redemption for a remnant, these enemies getting routed. The prisoners of this world is coming back into power. I'm praying like I'm David, I give all praise to Yahweh. My faith is stronger than Gandhi, I flood a demon tsunami. Create a spirit bomb like Dragon Ball on Toonami. Shooty pistol beam cannon, pierce you right in the tummy. I'm brave just like I'm Samson, I'm walking these fringes dancing. Yeshaya, he be my leader, I'm after ears like I'm Peter. Riding with my ox, we scoring like Derek Jeter. We got the wisdom of Solomon, can built up with the cedar. Menorah made of gold, I'm blowing this kudu horn. We lions up in this war, we coming like there's a storm. Israel on the rise, the nations is thinking wow. We harder than Vietnam, you in the jungle now. You believe in Old Testament, Torah and Tanakh. So just going off of the prophecies and that, who fits that prophecy more? Would it be my people or would it be your people? And if it is your people, how come those prophecies are not coming into fruition? Like you said, it's a work in progress. That's what you said, right? It's still being worked on.
If there's a prophecy saying that once the Jewish people live in Israel, this prophecy will take place, then we shouldn't necessarily expect it to happen now, because all the Jewish people as a collective do not live there.
So let me. Okay, go ahead.
Remember when we asked you earlier, right? We asked you, are your people even looking for the 10 tribes? Have you ever heard about that? You didn't give me a concrete answer.
I would say no, but the reason why I can't be more confident...
Let me have a follow-up question. Go ahead.
Yeah, of course. I wouldn't be more confident about that because I'm not in touch with the more the more involved rabbinical students and things like that. Yeah.
But these are some questions you should be asked, going back and asking your rabbis and see how they will respond to it. Because Israel was cut off into multiple nations, as the scripture had already prophesied. And it's prophesied that they're going to eventually come back, right? And the Messiah or big figure, a savior, is going to bring them back and then place them there, right? We see that. It's just you can't ignore that, right? And we're just saying that history, right? Archaeology, even some of the geological locations, old artifacts that are turned up, right? It's just we have more of a better sound argument to make that we are the Jews, right? Go ahead, read that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29, verse 28. And the Lord rooted them out of their land in anger and in wrath and in great indignation, and cast them into another land as this day. The secret things belong unto the Lord our God, but those things which are revealed belonging unto us and to our children forever, that we may do all the words of this law. Chapter 30, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse.
So when all those blessings and curses happens to the people, read.
Blessing and the curse, which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind.
Thou shalt what?
Call them to mind.
Nah, everybody don't gotta do that part. Read that over again.
And thou shalt call to mind among all the nations whither the Lord thy God hath driven thee.
So we supposed to call these things to mind. That's prophecy. That's straight out the Lord's mouth. We doing that. We out here teaching our people and waking them up. Now they can't refute who the Israelite is. Now the problem that the Lord is having with them is they just not repenting, right? But that's a separate argument. But when it comes to the Jewish community, prophecy after prophecy after prophecy after prophecy, it just looks like you guys are the genuine article, right? In actuality, you guys fit the prophecy about how the land is going to be destroyed, right? And about how turmoil and what's the other word I'm looking for? Yeah, desolation is going to happen, right? Go ahead, read that.
And then I wanna go back to Isaiah after I get this as well. This is Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 14. And I will scatter toward every wind all that about him to help him, and all. And I will scatter toward every wind all that are about him to help him.
He shall what? Read that part over again.
And I will scatter toward every wind all that are about him to help him.
So, you like the Israelites aren't supposed to be receiving help from other nations, goyim, to establish themselves, right? They supposed to be getting help from their father, the Father, right, to get reestablished again, right? I'm sure you heard about the story about when the Jews came out of captivity and they started to build the temple again, and the other nations came and like they was asking them, "Let us help build with you," and then they told them no.
No.
You get somebody give me that.
That's the Ezra.
Yeah.
It's Ezra like 4:1 or something.
But finish that out. Ezra.
About him to help him in all his bands, and I will draw out the sword after them.
They will what?
I will draw out the sword after them.
Right, read.
And they shall know that I, the Lord, when I shall scatter them among the nations and disperse them in the countries. So I just wanted to get this verse before we go back to Isaiah chapter 14, verse
It's
1.
in the Apocrypha too.
For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. So we heard that God
read that.
scattered us, dispersed us into other nations. But in Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1, he said that he will have mercy on Israel and Jacob, and he will set them in their own land.
No, the Balfour Declaration is going to allow them.
He will set them in their own land. Not that they will have to go back themselves, or that they can fly back, take a boat back, passport back, because again, we don't have anywhere to go. We're just here. We were taken as slaves here from whatever land you want to say, Africa, South Africa, East Africa, wherever you want to say, Russia. We just are here, and now we don't have a place to go anymore.
Read that.
Right?
Is Ezra 4.
But it says that God.
This is an account. I'm further back in. You got that too?
That's the precept today.
Oh, okay. Come on, read that.
This is the book of Ezra, chapter 4, verse 1. It says, Now when the adversaries of Judah and Benjamin heard that the children of the captivity builded the temple unto the Lord Yahweh of Israel, then they came to Zerubbabel and to the chief of the fathers and said unto them, Let us build with you, for we seek your God as ye do, and we do sacrifice unto him since the days of Esarhaddon, king of Assur, which brought us up hither.
Right, read on.
But Zerubbabel and
Zerubbabel.
Zerubbabel and Jeshua and the rest of the chief of the fathers of Israel said unto them, Ye have nothing to do with us to build an house unto our God, but we ourselves We ourselves together will build unto the Lord Yahweh of Israel, as King Cyrus and King of Persia have commanded us.
Right, so they of themselves independent without help from other nations. They are supposed to be able to build back up Jerusalem.
Hey, you got your Apocrypha? Your real one?
Yeah, it's in there. It's in there somewhere. See, you see what I'm coming from? It's just clearly, just cleanly reading the scriptures, man, and making sense out of it. We ain't supposed to be receiving help from other people to get back there. That's that too, right? But you guys are receiving all the help in the world, right? People are coming to your rescue.
Even our people helping y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we the ones that's fucked up right now. Because we broke God's commandments, you know?
Read that.
Now this is in the Apocrypha. It says, First Esdras, chapter 5, verse 70. Was it 70?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then Zerubbabel and Yeshua and the chief of the families of Israel said unto them, It is not for us and you to build together.
So it is not for us and them to build together. The Lord, You see, our only source is supposed to be God the Father.
You agree with that because you believe in Old Testament, correct? Okay.
He don't like it when we go to other nations and ask for help. That's the Lord is a jealous God. That's just like somebody going to another culture. They got different gods, and then they receiving help from them, and then bringing that to the Lord. No, when we went and conquer other nations, we had to destroy their gods, burn all of their burn the thing, burn all of their unclean stuff, right? The Lord be commanding his people to do stuff like that, man. He's a God of war.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Just to bring to the point, because you was talking about that work in progress out there in Israel, how you're trying to build, you're trying to get there. Maybe it's not happening just so soon, yet.
I'm not sure. I don't know if I believe in it. I'm myself personally on sort of I'm trying to figure out my own spirituality, like I said.
Okay.
But the reason I brought that up is because that's what comes to mind immediately when you mention the prophecy and why is it not fulfilled yet. That's what comes to mind to me as an explanation.
That's perfect. The reason why I was asking you that is because normally, especially if we believe in the Old Testament and you deal with, let's say you only deal with God himself, nobody else, no Jesus, no nobody else, right? Let's just deal with God, right? When God did something, did he do it right away or did it take him time to get it done?
Just like that.
It was just like that. If he wanted to get us out of Egypt, he said, eat tonight, you'll be out of there by tomorrow morning, right? It don't take a whole day. And we was out of there, correct? You agree?
I think it took like 12 nights, but it happened quickly.
12 nights?
So, yeah. Something like
And that's still a short time to get
Yeah.
millions
Okay.
of people.
Actually, it really didn't. But I see where you're coming from. I see how you're talking about the whole process of it all.
Yes.
Saying, all right. So still, so I'll agree with that. Let's say I will build off of that. 12 nights. Okay. Boom. When they was in the when the children of Israel made it out of Egypt and made it into the wilderness, how long were they in the wilderness?
40
years, right?
Years,
40
yeah.
And why was they in there for 40 years? Was it because they was obedient or disobedient?
Disobedient.
It was
right?
because they was
Yeah.
disobedient. So even when they being hard-headed, don't take too long,
Right.
right? So let's say that a certain group of people that don't follow the Most High's rules, if they're do the Most High bless people that don't follow his commandments, especially if he only dealing with them himself. Like if he told you, don't do this, would he not just open the ground up and just swallow you up with the earth? We've seen that in the scriptures, right? Or he'll put a plague on you, and now all of a sudden you got Aaron running down there with the staff, boom, we gotta say, right? Those things happen, right? So if there was a group of people who wasn't following the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High himself, why would they be getting blessed to have banks? Why would they be getting blessed to have their own land? Why wouldn't they just be stuck in the wilderness or somewhere scattered around the earth until they can get it figured out?